You think you're doing everything right in the gym, but what if I told you the things you believe the most, the rules you trust, are actually destroying your progress? Not slowly, not quietly, but every single day you walk into the gym. Because most lifters don't fail from lack of effort, they fail because they've been lied to. Every day, people walk into the gym full of motivation. They push hard, they sweat, they give everything they have, and still leave frustrated because their body never truly changes. And it's not their fault. It's the myths, the fake gym wisdom, the outdated advice passed from person to person like truth. Today, we're tearing those lies apart. We're exposing the gym myths silently ruining your gains, and we're replacing them with what actually works. So every rep, every set, every workout finally counts.
You think you're doing everything right in the gym. You show up consistently, you push yourself, you sweat, you sacrifice time, energy, comfort. You're doing what everyone told you to do, and yet your body doesn't change the way you want. Weeks pass, months pass, maybe even years, and deep down you're thinking, why does it feel like I'm working so hard but seeing so little? What if I told you it's not because you're lazy, not because you're genetically cursed, not because the gym just doesn't work for you? What if the real reason is that some of the things you've been told, some of the things you truly believe, are completely wrong? Because in the fitness world, effort isn't the problem, misinformation is. And today, we're exposing the biggest gym myths that silently destroy your progress, waste your time, and hold your body hostage. Let's start with one of the biggest lies in the gym. You need to train every day or you'll lose gains. You've heard it. You've probably felt guilty if you ever took a day off. The mindset sounds like this: if I rest, I'm slacking. If I miss a workout, I'm losing progress. If I slow down, I'll fall behind. So people push and push and push, 7 days a week, no rest, no recovery, no break. They live in the gym, and ironically, their body barely changes. They stay sore, exhausted, and mentally burned out. Here's the truth nobody likes to admit. Your muscles don't grow while you're training. Training is the stimulus. Recovery is where growth actually happens. When you lift, you create microscopic tears in your muscles. When you rest, your body repairs those fibers, thicker, stronger, more powerful. But if you never give your body the chance to repair, those fibers never fully recover. You're constantly tearing something that never gets rebuilt. That doesn't make you a beast, it makes you stuck. For most people, overtraining doesn't make them shredded. It makes them tired, weaker over time, inflamed, and eventually injured. So if more work alone really built the perfect body, every sleep-deprived gym addict would look like a superhero. But look around. They don't. That tells you everything. Now let's talk about another myth that lives rent-free in so many minds. If you're not sore, your workout wasn't good enough. This one destroys motivation and confidence more than people realize. You train hard, you wake up the next day, and you're not in agony, no severe pain, no struggle to walk, and instead of feeling proud, you panic. Did I even do enough? Did I waste that workout? Should I go harder next time? People have turned soreness into some kind of badge of honor, like if your body doesn't feel wrecked, you must not be progressing. But soreness is not the official scoreboard of progress. In reality, soreness simply means your body experienced something new, different, or unexpected. In your early training days, you'll get sore a lot because everything is new. As you train consistently, your muscles adapt. They become conditioned. That's not failure. That's progress. Some of the strongest lifters in the world rarely wake up crippled in soreness. Why? Because their body is prepared for the demand. Your goal is not to destroy your body every workout. Your goal is to improve performance and build strength over time. So remove soreness as your validation system. Pain isn't progress, improvement is. Now we need to confront one of the most dangerous myths of all. Light weights are useless, only heavy lifting builds muscle. This is the myth that feeds ego, the myth that makes people pile plates on the bar just so they look impressive. We've all seen it. Someone loads more weight than they can handle. Their back bends like a fishing rod, knees cave in, form collapses completely, but they're proud because it's heavy. Here's the reality. Your muscles don't see numbers. They don't know whether the bar says 50 pounds or 300 pounds. Your muscles respond to tension. They respond to controlled stress. They respond to the amount of fibers being recruited. Muscle growth isn't about simply moving weight from A to B. It's about how the muscle works during that movement. A well-controlled 10 to 12 rep set, where you actually feel the target muscle working, can build far more size and strength than a sloppy, dangerous ego lift. If heavy weight alone was the magic formula, every powerlifter would look like a professional bodybuilder, and they don't. That should tell you something important. Strength is great, but strength without control isn't power, it's risk. And then there's the myth that sounds super motivating but secretly ruins progress. You need to constantly change exercises to shock your muscles. The phrase sounds cool: muscle confusion, never let your body adapt, always switch it up. But here's the problem. If you constantly change workouts, you never build consistency. You never master proper technique. You never track long-term improvement, and you never give your muscles a steady, progressive challenge. Your body doesn't grow from randomness. It grows when you apply structured stress and progressively increase it. That's called progressive overload. That is what forces your muscles to adapt. Not chaos, not workout roulette, but repetition, improvement, consistency. Now that we've destroyed the myths, let's fix the results.
The truth is simple but powerful. Your body thrives when you train smart. Think of muscle building like construction work. Training is breaking down the old structure. Recovery and nutrition rebuild it stronger. But if you only break and never rebuild, eventually the whole structure collapses. That's what happens when you refuse to rest. For most people, training each muscle group about twice a week works best, with at least 48 to 72 hours of recovery in between. Enough stimulus, enough healing. The perfect balance. And now let's talk about measuring real progress, because once you stop chasing soreness or exhaustion, you finally start paying attention to things that matter. Real progress looks like this: lifting slightly heavier than last time, or doing more reps with the same weight, or performing cleaner, more controlled form, or feeling stronger and more stable while doing movements that used to feel shaky. Real progress is when your muscles look fuller and more defined over time, not when you're crawling out of the gym half broken. You're in the gym to build, not to punish. Controlled weight is always better than ego lifting. Weights you can stabilize, weights that challenge you but allow proper form, weights that actually make your muscles do the work, not your joints and ligaments. Because your muscles respond to mechanical tension, fiber recruitment, and consistent challenge, not to chaos, not to reckless swinging, not to lifting like your life depends on impressing the guy next to you. You also don't need 100 different exercises to grow. You need powerful basics performed well. Pressing, pulling, squatting, deadlifting with proper mechanics, rows, pull-ups, shoulder presses, smart isolation when needed. When you combine these fundamentals with consistency and progression, your body has no choice but to change. Now let's move to the advanced mindset that actually transforms physiques long-term. Progressive overload. This is the law of muscle growth. Your goal over time is simple: slightly better performance than before. Maybe week 1 is 8 reps, week 2 is 9, week 3 is 10. Once that becomes comfortable, increase the weight and rebuild. That's how you force adaptation, not through random workouts, not through guessing, through intelligent progression. Fueling your body matters as much as training. No calories means no growth. No protein means no muscle repair. Poor sleep means garbage recovery. The gym is where you stimulate change. Your kitchen and your bed are where that change becomes real. Protein daily, enough calories to support your goal, quality sleep. These are not bonus features, they're requirements. And finally, we need to talk about mindset. Your goal should not be to look impressive for a short phase. Your goal is to be strong, capable, confident, and healthy for life. That means respecting your joints, protecting your tendons, honoring proper technique, training smart instead of recklessly. True strength isn't just about lifting heavy today. It's about being able to lift for years without fear of breaking down. So here's the truth, summarized clearly. Training every day doesn't make you unstoppable. Recovery does. Soreness doesn't equal growth. Intelligent progress does. Heavy weight without control isn't strength. It's a ticking time bomb. And random workouts don't build real physiques. Progressive, consistent training does. Your body isn't failing you. You've simply been following the wrong rules. But now, you're done with myths. You're done wasting time. You're done listening to bad advice. The next time you step into the gym, you lift with intention. You train for progress. You respect recovery. You chase control instead of ego. You focus on becoming 1% better than yesterday. Do that, and your body will have no choice but to transform. If this opened your eyes, commit to training smarter, commit to respecting your body, and commit to building strength that actually lasts. Because once you stop believing gym myths, you don't just train harder, you finally start training right.